Says we're live. All right. Let's go here. Let me pull this up. It's a little easier for me to look at the live chat in case anybody does show up. Wants to say, hey man, what's up? What's up, dude? You big Sigma Oasis fan now, huh? You like the evening song I hear? I do kind of like evening song now. Evening. I and I guess it did factor in now a life beyond the dream. I could live without that, obviously, and Steam. I think maybe my problem when the album first came out was more like, oh man, I guess we were all hopeful that like there's a new Phish album. We didn't realize, hey, what's up, Spud? Maybe at the time, Lincoln, hey man, what's happening? We didn't realize that it was just going to be a songs like. I mean, I believe we had heard every one of these at some point. Maybe not a lot, but so it wasn't really a new album. It was just the first time we had heard these on an album. Hey, what's up, Ryan? President Lesh, what's happening, guys? So I could do without a life beyond the dream, obviously, and everything's right. I mean, I don't know, man. Hey, King of Cleveland, what's up? Steam, I'll deal with it. That and Mercury together. I guess I suppose that it made me enjoy Steam a little more. Hey, Aiden. Yeah, so we got. What's up, guys? Yeah, 11. Better than the whole season, I suppose. Yeah, I am a little bit. Keep it simple. I'll definitely gonna watch it. The first episode for sure. Now, if it just seems like this is totally horrible, then no specific shows, bud. The Sigma Oasis album, though, recapping it, that's what I was going over when I was talking about the songs there. My bad. Just the actual album itself. Oh, damn, Ethan. Sorry to hear it. Hopefully you made it out unscathed. Everything's all right. Sometimes you just have to join them. Pretend, go kind of undercover a little bit, do some chomper shit, and then just kind of get the hell out of there. That's your best bet. That happened to me one time. At Deer Creek. I was surrounded by them, so I just went for it. Threw a glow stick, fucking yelled out, "Possum!" Even though I was like 8,000 feet from the band and they would never hear that request. Everybody was like, right on! And that's when I made my move to get the hell out of there. Found a new spot. I dig Steam. Well, I don't know if I dig Steam, but I do a little more, I guess it's like a companion song with Mercury, and I do like Mercury so much. I guess that's how it proves what a sucker I am for Mercury. It even made me like Steam a little more. And then Sigma, obviously, live performances, much more valuable than what we just got here on the album. But then, what I was starting to say was listening at work with some guys that I normally don't work with. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Jacob. I don't, I don't get to listen. A lot of times I'm listening by myself, and a couple of these guys, like if they've heard anything, it's just live stuff. So I hit them with some studio. It's like, man, I don't want to listen to FM radio, but I don't want to bore them with like some 26-minute tweezer. And, one guy claims one time that they kind of made him a little bit sick to his stomach. He was like, man, I don't want to offend you because I know you really love them and go see them live and all this stuff. He's like, but sometimes, man, when they start jamming, I get ill. I have to leave the room. And then the other guy's just like, I don't know, man, live music, I don't really hear it real well. So the studio albums, though, however, and then I'm like, all right, I guess, like everything's right, Sigma Oasis, some of the songs that I'm like, and not just this album, all the albums. They did seem to like the more mainstream rock sounding stuff. So it's like, all right, I understand now. I mean, I've always understood why Phish has to play those songs. They can't just play like the songs that we like every single night. Like, all right, man. If I had my way, you'd play these 18 songs and then you'd jam out this one. We could type 1 on a couple of these. Okay, I'll allow you a little artistic freedom to play like a Life Beyond the Dream encore or something, but for the most part, I get it. They got to mix in some chomper stuff. They're going to play stuff off of the new album. It's just unfortunate that the stuff off the new album, A Life Beyond the Dream, just gets way more run than, say, Evening Song or Leaves or Thread. Although Thread, it's got that 11-minute runtime. And they're probably going to extend that a little bit. It'd be tough for them to get it in live at 11 minutes. Leaves, all right. We got, one really, really good Leaves, but maybe even like I did like this. But then we did get Sigma. I don't know, man. It's hard to complain. I feel like Thread could deliver as well as Sigma did. I'm just kind of looking at the track list here. If you guys like, why don't you look at the camera, man? Why don't you look at that, man? All right, so what we got over here? See if anybody's got anything to say here. I'll put it on live chat in case Woody B or somebody shows up. What up, what up? Yeah, Ryan, Alpine wasn't really that, especially that last night. But then again, I don't know, maybe, I feel like I definitely was expecting a lot that last night. I was like, all right, the last night before Dick's, they got all these songs that they could play. And then, yeah, I don't know, man. Instead, we got like Faulty playing in Sugar Shack. Hey, what's up, Josh? Appreciate you checking out the live chat and watching the recaps. Yeah, light up or leave me alone, Ryan. I agree. Yeah, Jacob agrees. Yeah, then maybe they were like, look, all right, we don't need to play Leaves again. You got that Leaves. It was good. I know there was somebody in the comment section that was hounding me. They're like, dude, that Leaves was awesome. You didn't give it enough love. And then I like did a video where I like maybe mentioned a few other songs that deserve some love. And he's like, man, you still didn't mention Leaves. Leaves getting some love now. Yeah, man. That one and Faulty playing back to back, man. I'm just not a big Faulty playing fan. You know, when I list some of my least favorite songs, at least they don't play it a ton anymore. There was a time, man, jeez, that song was in heavy rotation. That one I doubt if it'll stick around, but it'd be nice. We didn't get a ton of Page songs this time around either. Oh, I also heard from some cyclists. Hey, what's up, Clay? Bicyclers. When I say cyclists, I don't mean people on steroids. I mean guys on their bicycles. One part I left out, you know, I went kind of hard on that guy on the bicycle, I'll admit. But, yeah, I know it was a bit of a letdown, right? You know, sometimes that last show before Dick's is usually just bombs away. And this guy, well, all right, you want to pretend you're a car and ride on the street. I guess that's what you're supposed to do or whatever. And this guy wasn't a pro, trust me, man. This guy sucked. I don't know what he was doing. He's probably looking for meth or something in this town. Who knows? Looking for something to steal. I don't know. He had a bag. Didn't look like he was headed to work, I'll tell you that. Maybe he was just headed home. I don't know what he does. Fucking people look at me and they're like, that guy ain't headed to work. Where the fuck's he going? Get some meth? That's probably what people say about me, too. But the fucking guy, as he was pretending to be a car, he ran a red light also. Because I was at a red light waiting to turn left. So my light turns green. I'm making my left-hand turn. Well, he just goes on through the intersection. He was kind of eyeballing me, like making sure I didn't run him over or whatever. And I was looking at him. But as he was rolling, it's like, no, man, you can't do both. And then I don't know what he did to get the box truck to honk at him. And I heard some yelling. But now, so, that, you know, I don't know. I think at the end of that video, I was suggesting that if you're riding a bike on the street, you should get run over. Not everybody, all right? I understand. There's even cyclists here in Dayton. I never knew cycling was a big thing here in Dayton. I still maintain this is not a biking town. And that particular guy, if he would have gotten run over, I'm not wishing it upon him, but if he had, it was totally on him, dude. You can't, I'd give him a fucking ticket, man. You're just going to run red lights now? And like, well, the guy ran a red light. Are they insured? Do you have to be insured? Yeah, dude, right, Spud. This wasn't some guy in like an Escort or something. Do they still make Escorts? Ford Escorts? They can't, right? That was my first car, a Ford Escort. Old, man. Didn't even have power steering. Not that I'm that old. It was old. It wasn't like brand new. Like, goddamn, son. Didn't even have power steering back then. So that was like, I felt like I was apologizing to bikers, and now I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy. I should have ran him over, or at least the box truck should have. But no, really, if you're going to pretend to be a car, you should stop at the red lights, right? You don't get to have both worlds. You can't be like, nah, I'm on a bike, dude. I'd stop at red lights. He did look for me, though, to make sure, like, he was also looking at me like, hey, don't run over me, man. It's like, hey, dickhead. Dickhead. That's an underused term. People don't use that a lot anymore. A guy called me a dickhead in Alpharetta one time. Took it back, though. He quickly took it back. In fact, he said he thought I was a dickhead. One of the first Phish fans I met after starting to do the recaps. Did a couple recaps, went to some shows a few nights later. The guy saw me. He was like, hey, dude, what's your problem with Reba? And I was like, well, I don't have a problem with Reba, but this is what I was saying. This is what I meant. And he was like, oh, man, you're not such a dickhead after all. I was like, all right, cool. Guess I won him over. Should I do that dude's name? Hey, what's up, Kid Wilson? I mean, I guess Kid Wilson I do. I'm happy with the D. And I don't know. I guess Brissett. Now, this is my worry. What happened if Jacoby Brissett gets hurt? And then a couple weeks later, that guy gets hurt. And then like week 7, maybe Jacoby's going to come back. You know, I was telling Mary earlier, if it gets to that point, they're going to be like, has anybody got that guy on YouTube's number? Hey, what's up, Isaac? Dude, I'm so jealous you got to go to the South Park concert, Isaac. That must have been something else. Ah, nice cat food. Good. Nice to see it's not totally gone. And no way offensive to anyone either, correct? I believe. Maybe some dicks out there. Maybe people that look like Darth Vader. Like, you talking about me? Florida. Yeah, I don't know. That's right. They don't, well, I mean, that's been a long time. I was about to be like, well, Florida did get a New Year's run. I mean, then they obviously got Big Cypress, so. I know. See, Lincoln, that's the kind of thing I'm not fired up about. Jack Crick. You're right. Maybe not a standing. I'm not going to stand, Jack. But I will clap. It's nice to see you. You ever watch the Phish videos? I don't know where Woody is, man. I feel like, Jack, if I'm going to applaud your appearance here at the live stream, which is worth it. Stavely, what's up, my man? Did you get a chance to check out any of the shows this tour? Either webcast or going in person? But Jack Crick, it is mandatory that you check in on a recap or two. Even if you don't even like Phish anymore, if you wouldn't even listen to them. And what's up with the Goose thing? You think that's going to be webcast? I got to webcast that thing, right? Assuming it sells out or tickets go well. Boom. I was down on Bethel. I will say, like, at some point I should probably re-listen to both of those because that's one thing I don't really do often. If there's a show where I'm like, I didn't really like that one. If I never re-listen because I'm like, I didn't like that one. But maybe I should just to see, like, because sometimes there's movies or TV shows that I thought I didn't like, and then I watch it again later, and I like it. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me that day. Rarely, Kid Wilson, rarely. The Clarkston show this year. Well, I wasn't really planning on doing any. There's just, man, I don't know. I just got a lot of shit going on sometimes. And, like, being able to chill late at the end of the day and couch tour for a few hours is one thing, but going to a show, like even Blossom, man, it's like a 3.5 hour drive or so. All of a sudden, a 3-hour Phish show becomes like a 10 or an 11-hour day or something. So sometimes it's just hard to get away. But after the Blossom show, I was like, hey, man, F everybody. I'm going. And I didn't know. I didn't like look at weather or anything like that. I have not been, Stavely. Somebody told me to check out a show called Blackbird, though, on Apple TV. I'm like, who the fuck watches Apple TV? Guy claimed he got a free trial. I'm like, bullshit, you got Apple TV, man. What a loser. No, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. If you got Apple TV, you're like, hey, what? What'd I do? The Rehearsal, huh? No, I'm not actually familiar with that, Stavely. Let's check it out. Do have HBO Max. Gotta have HBO Max. South Park. Cat library. Oh, cool. I'll check it out. And I am going to check out the Game of Thrones. I guess it's a prequel. I was down with some Targaryens, you know. I just hope it's, I don't know, man. I hope it's not just like, hey, we're going to show you all the stuff you liked about the Targaryens, and we're just going to throw it all together. Oh, man. I hate to say it, Lincoln, but I was about to be like the Ravens. But I don't know the Ravens situation. I don't think Pittsburgh. I don't believe in Cincinnati doing it again, but who knows? Their receivers and Burrow seem to be pretty legit. If Burrow just continues to get better, those receivers just get better. Oh my God, man, that'll take you a long way in the game now. The Browns defense may carry them, but I don't know, man. I guess the Bengals. If I had to put money on somebody right now, the Bengals. Sorry, Lincoln, unless you're a Bengals fan, but I haven't, Isaac. No, I saw that on there, but whatever streaming service that's on, that might also be on HBO Max. I feel like there was one like maybe a year ago or so that came out on that, right? Am I wrong? It was just like maybe a one episode thing or a 1 hour thing. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like not long ago something came out on Woodstock '99, and I did watch that one. And sometimes stuff that I was like I was there for and I lived through, not that I went to that, but it's maybe not as interesting as something like maybe a documentary on the original Woodstock or a documentary on like some Super Bowl in 1970 or I don't know, just something that I didn't really know about. I don't know, like a lot of Mike Tyson stuff. I'm like, I don't know, man. I kind of remembered Mike Tyson. I didn't like. I don't really watch a lot of the. I've seen free now with like YouTube and the internet. You can rewatch fights and everything, and there's been about 14 of them. 15 years ago, I probably did watch a Tyson. I think there was one back then just called Tyson. There's a lot of him sitting on a couch talking. New one on Netflix. Okay. 100% sold on PB. All right. Okay. So some people are saying yes. It was kind of, well, remember when the Fire Fest had like 2 documentaries that came out like the same week or something? I think I watched the Hulu one back then. The one with the guy in the water. Oh, man. What a fucking player. A kicker? I don't know about this kicker. David, I think it should be pretty exciting. Now, I thought more and more about the collaboration. Does that mean, like, each night, maybe, like, as Goose is playing their set, Trey and Ciro or somebody might come out and vice versa? Or is there going to be, like, a Goose set, a Trey set, and then a collaboration set? That seems like a really long show. So I got a little less pumped for that. I was thinking, like, some kind of super band was going to do the third set. But then I think now it'll just be Goose and Trey, and then like various people will join each night. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly because they did claim. Oh, okay, my bad. See, Evan, I'm not. I'm not. I think I mentioned it in a video. I don't know if I speak the language of Goose, but yes. And people seemed really down on that commercial. Like, oh, that was stupid. I just didn't like how Trey looked. And he's obviously a guitar player, not an actor. Obviously, you're not a golfer. Right? Some kind of super band. I mean, can you even consider a combo of Goose and Tab a super band? Somebody called them Foos with a PH, which is incorrect because it's not Phish. But I did think of Taboose, perhaps. I'm sure others have thought of that, but not bad. Taboose. Is Ciro still in Trey's band? I think he is. But Goose has already got like 14 drummers, though, man. Do they really need Ciro? Ah, nice, Evan. Oh, okay. See, Stavely? All right. So we are going to get a super band. Hell yeah. That's a long show, though, man. Figure these sets are going to be, what, about $1.10? I wonder how much... Yeah. There's doing 10,000 seaters across the board. Oh, that was the other thing Trey fans didn't really seem to like. I just felt like, did they think I was saying Trey band sucks or something? I just kind of fucking like, I just kind of thought maybe like Goose was the bigger deal here. I don't know. And it's not like Trey band is out there like playing these huge venues, selling out 8,000 seat arenas. I don't know. I feel like they're both playing about the same deal. Got a Jaboose. Oh, perhaps they'll play it. And will Fishman or Gordo making an appearance a night or two, you think? Maybe Fishman will show up and get one of the 11 drummers in Goose to get out of his seat for a minute? I don't know. But cool, Stavely. I like that. Stavely, I guess I should. I mean, did you did like Bethel? Both of them? What's my favorite venue in Ohio? I mean, Blossom would be up there. The Nutter Center because it's so close, but there's nothing special about it. It's just like an old hockey arena or something. But I have seen many shows there. There was this old place that it was almost just like you know, it was just because it was old and cool, and a lot of people's first concert was at Hera Arena. They tore it down, though. It's gone. But I like Blossom a lot. I think it was like made for the, you know, with the, I don't know about Tide Turns, but I hope they don't cover that. I will not be happy. What's that, Spud? The 80s commercial? All right. And I can appreciate a good first set. I don't know. And I don't remember what the hell was going on, anything necessarily bad or anything those nights. I remember the one night, I don't know, it must have been about, I don't remember. I don't remember what night it was, but I was just like, man, I'm just kind of not really in the mood for this webcast tonight. I was like, I sure hope this fucking first set kicks ass. And it was one of the better first sets of the tour. At least for me, anyhow. I think it maybe had a bathtub gin in there. Not that that means anything. It's like, oh, they fucking play bathtub gin every night, dude. Blossom is cool. Yeah. And like, I think they had like the Cleveland Orchestra in mind or something when they built it. Like they knew they would be doing shows there. So, the, you know, the sound is pretty cool. The way they made it out of wood. See? Our Cubs guy here, he's not into the 14 drummers. I know. I mean, and some people are like they added a drummer and it made the band better. I don't know. Or percussionist, I guess I should say. Ooh. You know, let me look, Evan. Because I remember when that came out, I was really enjoying it. Oh, I don't know. Oh man, that was the thing with him. Dumb all over. The Chunga's Revenge starting out that first disc was pretty cool. And then I always loved it when they played songs like, although they weren't the greatest live, Flakes and Broken Hearts Are for Assholes, stuff off of Shake Your Booty. Oh, I do not like City of Tiny Lights. Oh my god, that's like Zappa's Faulty Plan. Black Napkins. A lot of the obvious ones. Stevie Spankings. Joe's Garage. Why Does It Hurt When I Pee? The Illinois Enema Bandit. Now there's a hell of a run. Zoot Allures. What a box set. Goblin Girl, Black Page 2, Whipping Post. People want Phish to play Whipping Post again. Seems like, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen, does it? Alright, so. The Michigan one this summer, Chris. Feel like it wasn't a real show, though, man. A rain delay, one long set. Although some people, now that night I will admit, although I haven't went back and re-listened. A little PTSD. I blew it that night, Chris. It was like a very, very last minute decision after Blossom just like torched the place. I was like, man, I gotta go. Yeah, it's awesome cat food, right? Alright, let me take a run through here. Make sure I didn't miss anything pressing. Although it's all very pressing. There's just a lot going on here. There's nothing going on here. Like a Phish Halloween? I don't believe so. I thought Phish announced, like, back when summer tour tickets went on sale, that they were not doing anything this fall. I thought, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm sure New Year's Eve, whether if it's the 28th or the 31st, the P-Phish will return. Will it be their final year ever? I doubt it. But how many years do they have left? Quite a bit, Sid. Quite a bit. Speaking of boofing CBD, I should do that. My elbow's been bothering me. Been whacking it in San Diego. Spud, been listening to some Ween. I like that Mollusk. It's a good song. Alright, guys. Boom. That's right. Tab's doing a 3,000 seat theater for Halloween. What some Phish fans would lead you to believe is one of the biggest jam bands on planet Earth is doing a 3,000 seater the weekend. That's like a holiday. That's jam band Christmas, man. All right, guys. Boom. Thanks to everybody that stopped in. If I didn't get to your comments, I'm sorry. Whacking it, jacking it, boom. What a way to end. Whacking it, jacking it, boom. This is R-rated, man. This is adults only. So I tell them on YouTube, this is not for children. If you're a child and you've watched, I'm sorry. What's wrong with your parents? Go Browns.